person cannot just declare bankruptcy and then sort of have all of his debts miraculously vanish. Yes, bankruptcy can discharge, essentially get rid of certain types of debts, but not these.
You're out of luck. That debt is priority debt, and it's not wiped out by a bankruptcy filing.
Rumor has it Money Mayweather Jr., TMT, is going broke, bankrupt. Is this true? Can someone explain to me how on earth do you spend or waste $400 million?
CNN has leaked documents revealing Floyd Mayweather lost $500 million in just 6 months, reportedly due to reckless spending on luxury homes. The report claims he ignored the massive taxes tied to these properties, a pattern that directly reflects the root of his financial downfall and bankruptcy.
The bank knows, the mortgage companies know, that maybe you'll keep your house 7 years. So the greatest tax write-offs for that home mortgage is within the first 7 or 10 years. Do you know that if you have a 30-year mortgage, let's just say it was for $200,000, that in the first 20 years, you've only paid down $100,000 of principal. Why? Because all of that money went for interest.
Even if Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt, he is still legally required to repay his debts. Bankruptcy does not eliminate tax liabilities or other financial obligations. In 2017, the IRS filed a lien stating Mayweather owed $22.2 million in taxes from 2015, despite his claims of paying $26 million. He also had $7.2 million in unresolved tax debt from 2010.
The bad news is that not all of the debt that you owe to the IRS is actually dischargeable under the bankruptcy code. Priority debt or more recent debt is not dischargeable.
Floyd Mayweather, famous for flaunting his wealth, recently made headlines with a $42 million property purchase in New York. While fans admire his lavish lifestyle, others question his financial priorities amid persistent rumors of unpaid debts. The move has sparked both admiration and growing concern over his money management.
What's going on with Floyd Mayweather?
Man, do we got money or not? I don't know what's going on.
I'm lost.
Man, I seen, I think Stephen A. was talking about he was bankrupt.
See, I know he came out with this commercial talking about he just invested in this deal that's worth like $402 million, that's dealing with 60 apartment buildings.
Yeah, I heard the nigga bought half of New York.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so he walking down the street of New York. Yeah, I own that one. I own that one.
Seen that too.
So some people reached out to the agencies that he's connected with about this deal, and they said no comment.
Let me tell you something. I got a question. Niggas is nosy for no reason.
Nosy as hell.
What? What I'm reaching out to these people about they deal for?
We want to talk to you about the Floyd Mayweather deal. No comment. They say his name ain't on the paperwork, nothing.
I seen him on something. He look like a bum.
What?
He look like a bum, had like he ain't shaved in months.
Oh, yeah, I seen that too.
There's no way this
I
man is
seen that
broke.
too.
There's no way.
Yeah.
If he is, I don't know where the money went to.
Exactly.
Floyd Mayweather's obsession with fast, luxurious cars is well known. His garage houses an astonishing collection of high-end vehicles, including multiple Bugatti Veyrons, Lamborghinis, and Rolls-Royces, often in duplicate, differing only by color. What's most striking isn't just their staggering price tags, but the fact that some of these cars have never even been driven.
Floyd Mayweather's rarest cars. First, we have his Bugatti Veyron 16-4. This one's going for about $1 million. His Ferrari Enzo going for about $2 million. His Lamborghini Murcielago going for about $500,000. His Bentley Mulsanne going for about $300K. He owns at least 29 Rolls-Royce Phantoms, and each of these start at about $450,000. He also has a Bentley golf car going for about $30,000. And lastly, we have his Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. This one's going for about $5 million.
Mayweather's social media acts as a polished showcase of his wealth, often featuring rows of blacked-out Ferraris or pristine, untouched vehicles. These posts help craft an image of untouchable luxury and success. However, while visually impressive, this constant flaunting also draws criticism for promoting excess and questionable financial priorities.
I just want to show people how I live on a daily basis. So yeah, man, this is like they call this house right here the
It's just the EWB. Still the boys. Gucci colors. All depends on how you're gonna close the door. Stop talking on filming. But let me show you guys this. I bought this like 4 or 5 days ago. I got all type of toys, Apple TV, espresso machine, all type of crazy stuff. Talking about this yesterday. Blue on the seats. Regular Himalaya, 110,000. That's what we do. Live life, have fun, work hard, play hard. Show you guys my lifestyle.
Despite numerous reports suggesting tax troubles, Floyd Mayweather insists his finances are in perfect shape. He frequently dismisses such claims as media exaggerations, asserting that he has already paid millions to the IRS, including a reported $26 million in 2015 alone. According to Mayweather, his empire remains solid, and the tax allegations are simply attacks on his character. However, the repeated emergence of these financial issues raises doubts. Beyond the ring, Mayweather's life has been far from peaceful. Several women, including former partners, have accused him of emotional mistreatment and manipulation. These allegations portray him as a man who believes wealth grants him immunity from moral accountability.
Floyd Mayweather, real quick, okay? So somebody sent me a lawsuit. I gotta go through the details, but apparently a few of his girls, strippers at Girl Collection are suing him for loss of wages. Okay. Now I wasn't gonna pay attention to this because I was just like, well, how are y'all strippers and you suing him for loss of wages? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you get your money from the patrons. What does he have to do with your money? And so somebody put a little bird in my ear. They said this was the beginning of the lawsuit. Okay, they're going to be adding more allegations of harassment and all this stuff. And I was just like, hold up, he worked in a club. And so apparently there's more to come. All right, but here's my thing. I was like, the last person that filed a lawsuit against him, alleging anything, where's she? Anybody seen him?
Despite allegedly owing millions, including a $33 million debt to Gervin Davis and other international financial obligations, Floyd Mayweather hasn't slowed his lavish spending. He continues purchasing expensive homes, cars, and rare collectibles. In an effort to ease public concern, Mayweather released a video tour of his real estate holdings across the U.S., emphasizing a shift in focus from luxury homes to commercial buildings that generate income. He portrayed himself as not just a spender, but a savvy investor. However, some critics remain unconvinced by this attempt to reshape his financial image.
Floyd Money Mayweather is at it again. This time, not in the ring, but in the real estate market. The undefeated boxing champ just sold his Miami Beach mansion for a jaw-dropping $22 million. Let's break down the numbers and see why Floyd's still living up to his nickname. Mayweather originally bought this stunning waterfront property in 2021 for $18 million. Fast forward 3 years and he's walking away with a cool $4 million profit. Not bad, right? And here's a fun twist. The buyer is taking on a $13 million mortgage, which comes with monthly payments of nearly $99,000. Now, let's talk about the mansion itself. It's a 3-story masterpiece, spanning over 9,000 square feet, with 9 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. But the amenities? Next level. A 5,000 square foot rooftop with panoramic views, a private dock for a 30-meter yacht, a movie theater, gym, game room, and even smart home tech. Plus, it's located in a guard-gated community. Ultimate privacy for the ultra-rich. This isn't Floyd's only play in the property game. He recently listed his Beverly Hills estate for a whopping $48 million. That's nearly double the $25.5 million he paid for it back in 2017. If it sells, he'll pocket an insane $22.5 million profit. This Beverly Hills compound is a paradise of its own, with 6 bedrooms, 9.5 bathrooms, and entertainment spaces galore.
Floyd Mayweather's love for extravagance reached new heights with his recent purchase of a $30 million mansion, designed like a resort with multiple pools, entertainment rooms, and extravagant amenities. This property adds to his already impressive list of elite addresses in places like Beverly Hills, Las Vegas, and Miami. While his fans see it as another display of his wealth, Critics question the logic behind such purchases, especially given his rumored financial obligations. Oscar de la Hoya didn't hold back when discussing Mayweather's return to boxing after semi-retirement. According to de la Hoya, Floyd doesn't fight for the love of the sport. He does it when his bank balance needs a boost. High-profile bouts against Canelo Alvarez and Conor McGregor, he claimed, were more about generating pay-per-view revenue than building a legacy. Nothing exudes excess quite like in $18 million watch, and Floyd Mayweather owns just that. His Jacob & Company billionaire watch, encrusted with 260 carats of emerald-cut diamonds, is among his prized possessions. While some admire its craftsmanship, others see it as another example of Mayweather's relentless material obsession. The watch, like his lifestyle, is bold, loud, and impossible to overlook.
Me and Canelo are having the last laugh. Canelo is going to enjoy his lucrative contract. He's going to fight the very best, unlike Floyd. Waits for fighters to either be over the hill or too young, the way he fought Canelo when he was too young. But look, hey, if Floyd really wants to fight, if he really wants to come out of retirement and crawl under his rock, then call out Canelo once again at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds. Call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
Again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can't spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can't.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old. Of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down. You think?
Ah, easy.
What's your message to Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
Recently, Mayweather has attempted to reshape his financial narrative, speaking about focusing on investments that offer consistent returns rather than flashy purchases. His quote, "Money doesn't make me, I make money," was meant to signal growth and maturity. He now emphasizes wealth building through real estate and business partnerships, suggesting a shift from material gain. On paper, it sounds like a smart move, but not all of his actions align with this new approach.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
You're the first to see it. That's insane. That 1.8 is high. 18 life. That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we do it.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show what he's saying.
Money green.
Hold on.
This watch was made specifically for Champ, Floyd, Money Mayweather. One of one piece. This is bad.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one. $1.8 million.
Boxing Doctor News. Hey there, money moves enthusiasts. Let's talk about Floyd Mayweather's wild ride in the world of wealth. 1 minute. We're hearing about financial troubles. The next, he's dropping $402 million on Manhattan real estate. Is the money team really out of money? Meanwhile, Mayweather's still flexing, snagging a $20 million property in Midtown. What's the real story here? Is he a real estate mogul or facing a cash crunch? And the biggest question, does Floyd even know what's happening at his gym? This financial roller coaster is giving us whiplash. What do you...
Despite his talk of smart investments, Mayweather is yet to address many of the unresolved financial red flags surrounding him, including unpaid taxes, lawsuits, and lingering debts. These issues continue to cast a shadow over his empire, even with high-profile partnerships, such as those with real estate firm SL Green. Some analysts believe his involvement in such ventures is more about maintaining his image than genuine financial depth. It's a classic Mayweather move, big announcements and bold claims with little transparency. Rapper 50 Cent, never shy with his opinions, once mocked Mayweather's constant need to flaunt his wealth, accusing him of capping or pretending to be richer than he actually is. This public jab only deepens the doubts about how much of Mayweather's fortune is liquid and how much is tied to image-heavy assets.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results.
Floyd Mayweather has faced numerous lawsuits over the years, many stemming from reckless behavior fueled by the belief that his wealth makes him untouchable. However, as legal fees accumulate and settlements rise, the cracks in that illusion have begun to reveal themselves.
Mayweather that we were all cheering and congratulating him from, but we might need to put a pin in that as some evidence comes forward that things may not be how they seem. So a couple weeks back, I talked about it here on the show. Floyd Mayweather said he dropped $402 million on 62 Manhattan rental buildings. But Business Insider did the research. They did their Googles, and they said they couldn't find any receipts that this is true. There were no deed transfers, no public records, nothing. They made some phone calls to owners, and they could not find any information regarding this transaction. Floyd has gone on interviews and discussed it. You know, of course, 50 Cent dropped in with his troll thing and put the interview up and the information about it and said he bought them in his imagination. Same place he read all those Harry Potter books. Because 50 gone 50. My question is, does Floyd, was he swindled in some sort of business deal?
Mayweather's announcement of backing a $10 billion real estate portfolio seemed impressive at first, with notable properties like the AON Center and Chicago's Old Post Office included. It appeared to signal a major financial shift. However, insiders question the depth of his actual involvement, with many believing he's more of a promotional partner than a significant investor. If true, this fits the pattern of big names and flashy claims with little substance. Despite these investments, Mayweather remains tangled in debt and legal issues, largely due to years of reckless spending and his persistent need to maintain the Money Mayweather persona. His refusal to scale back on his luxurious lifestyle has left him vulnerable both financially and legally.
Peace, y'all. It's your boy Johnny Fastlane here with AllHipHop.com. So the situation is crazy, man, because Lil Uzi Vert and Floyd Mayweather are being sued for an assault that happened last June in New York, right? The whole situation is that the person that's suing them says that he saw Floyd Mayweather's truck and he went across the street while he was filming to get some footage of it. And basically the whole money team, Floyd Mayweather's team and Lil Uzi Vert came out of the truck and beat the crap out of him, right? It's crazy as hell because Lil Uzi Vert responded and he said that he don't even know Floyd Mayweather. He was not there and you guys got the wrong person. person, right? I've never seen Mayweather and Lil Uzi Vert in the same place together at all, ever, and I'm guessing that it's probably somebody from Mayweather's team that kind of looks like Uzi, right? Either way, man, Uzi is wrapped up in his lawsuit. We'll see if they take his name off of it once they figure out what's going on.
Mayweather is on an absolute real estate buying spree. I'm honestly having kind of a hard time keeping up with all this. Just listen to some of these headlines. All of these were posted just in the last 8 days alone. Floyd Mayweather lands $402 million deal to buy over 60 buildings in New York City. Mayweather puts $100 million in $3 billion JV. Mayweather buying a stake in former Versace mansion in Miami Beach. I knew this guy was rich, and it's no secret that he's been doing some big real estate deals lately, but he's absolutely on a roll right now. Different sources give different numbers, but Floyd's net worth is estimated to be as high as $1.5 billion, which makes him one of the wealthiest athletes.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.